want a hula hoop.
We can barely stand to wait. Oh, Christmas don't relate. Springtime was a test for me. Summer was eternity. Autumn came but dragged its feet. We were patient, we were sweet. All year long we've held it in.
What an angel I have been.
We can barely stand to wait. Oh, Christmas don't be late. This is Tony Serzo on guitar. And our regular house band, Olivia, Jesse, and David. And for our Jewish friends, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. While the candlelights are shining. Happy Hanukkah to you. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. While the candlelights are shining. Happy Hanukkah to you. Give us a little more, band. We can barely, here we go. We can barely stand to wait. Oh, Christmas don't be late. We can barely stand to wait. Oh, Christmas don't be
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Seattle Unity. I left a trail of breadcrumbs so I could find my way back. So we would like to have you all join in on singing some hymns. Please rise as you are able and join in hymn number 260. Please turn to that in your wings of song, as we know we have
But
those.
we don't need to, we did. There's no more hymnals. It's
Oh,
all
no
right.
more
I gave
hymnals.
them away
Okay.
to really needy
I did not get the message. Okay. No
more.
turning to the hymnals, but joy to the world. Here we go.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing.
Nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rock seals and plains, repeat the sounding joy.
The sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world. Let's make it big. Make me.
He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love,
Wonders of His love, and wonders of His love.
Wonders of His love.
Join in angels we have heard on high.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains we fly, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis.
what's better than angels? More angels!
Yay! Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Please be seated.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you for being here tonight at Seattle Unity for our Christmas candlelighting service. And we are grateful that you are here. And also we welcome those who are watching at home. So tonight is about creating sacred space. And so right now, I invite you in your imagination to recognize that we're moving out of ordinary time, and we're creating sacred space right now. And for the rest of this service, I invite you to join the wise men, the shepherds, and Mary and Joseph on their journey, because this is your story and is a story of your soul's awakening. I'd like to read a little passage from Luke chapter 2. In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. And Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. So this, as I have said, is your story as you journey to the city of peace. So I invite you to turn your attention within just for a moment as we prepare to welcome the Christ within. We've done all the shopping and everything that needs to be done, the food preparations. But right now, we prepare to welcome the Christ within. And it is for this awareness and in the name and through the power of the living Spirit of truth that we do say thank you and amen. So I just want to let you know that next Sunday is the Burning Bowl service, January 1st. So you have an opportunity to burn everything that you want to get rid of from 2022 and maybe even before, to clear the way for the White Stone ceremony, which will be the following Sunday. So before we view our announcements, I'd invite you to all stand and wish each other a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
I'd like to invite you to come on back to your seats now. And please be seated, settle in. We're going to continue to sing some carols. This next one is called The First Noel. Yeah. Find a seat, make yourselves comfortable.
so nice to see everybody. Settle in. Will you join me in singing the first Noah?
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. Phil, can we have the lyrics? In fields where they lay leaving their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. The star drew nigh to the northwest, o'er Bethlehem he took his rest, and there indeed both stop and stay, right over the place where Jesus lay. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
And so we light the first candle, which is for Mary, who said yes to the inner voice. I say yes to divine ideas and follow through with them. Let's say that together. I say yes to divine ideas and follow through with them. In Luke 1:28, and he came to her and said, "Greetings, favored one. The Lord is with you." But she was much perplexed by his words and pondered what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And now you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you will name him Jesus." And then Mary said, Here I am, the servant of the Lord, and let it be with me according to your word. And the angel departed from her. So Mary was visited by the angel Gabriel, and had Mary said no, well, then that would have been the end of the story. No Christmas. One of my favorite images, a painting, is an image of a man who's writing, and right over him is an angel who's got his hand on the man's hand, guiding his words. And it brings up this idea of what are angels. And I did a talk on this a couple of weeks ago, so some of you will remember this. But the question is, do angels exist today? And if so, in what form? Because I believe that we are visited by angels, and they come in the form of divine ideas. And we can say yes to them, like Mary, and see where they take us, or we can just ignore them. And then that's where the story ends. We each have access to these divine ideas, to these angels, but we need to be an active participant and say yes to them and make ourselves available. Otherwise, they'll just go find somebody else. So if Mary had said no, well, maybe they would have found somebody else. Elizabeth Gilbert, in her book Big Magic, said, ideas are a disembodied, energetic life form, and they are completely separate from us, but capable of interacting with us. Ideas have no material body, but they do have consciousness. And ideas are driven by a single impulse to be made manifest. And the only way an idea can be made manifest in our world is through collaboration with a human partner. It is only through humans' efforts that an idea can be escorted out of the ether and into the realm of the actual. So if you notice that certain ideas or discoveries just seem to happen all at the same time, it's like these divine ideas are coming through, looking for a source. And have you ever felt that an idea had a hold of you and you brought it into the world? This is always happening. So we say yes to divine ideas, and we follow through with them. Let's say it again. We say yes to divine ideas and follow through with them.
Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? There is more than I require of thee. Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? If I told you what I really need, would your heart and soul say yes? Just say yes, 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 yes. I wanna say your spirit still say yes? There is more that I require of thee. Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your heart and soul say yes, 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 yes? Will your spirit still say yes? If I told you what I really need, would your heart and soul say yes? Just say yes. We light the second candle for the Magi, who represent wisdom and generosity. Our affirmation: I am generous now and always. Please join me in affirming that. I am generous now and always. In Matthew 2, we hear about the wise men. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is this child who has been born of the Jews? For we observed his star at his rising and have come to pay him homage." Later, Herod secretly called for the Magi and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. And then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star, and they had seen its rising until it stopped over the place where the child was. And when they saw that star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. And then opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road.
And so as Reverend Karen shared, this Christmas story is the unfolding of our own soul story and our own journey. And so I ask you, the Magi within you, that wise one, the generous one, what is your story? And so the Magi, they brought these gifts of gold, this precious metal, frankincense, an incense or perfume, and myrrh, an anointing oil. And these were precious gifts that were given to kings and offered up to deities. And so we all have these gifts to share. But the Magi also gave something of their time and their presence. For they came from the east, some say from Persia, which is today Iran. So they had to travel thousands of miles. They weren't just next door or down the road. It was a journey. It required effort and time. And then when they were there in the presence of this newborn baby, they gave the gift of their presence, their attention. And so those are gifts that we all can share. We have our physical gifts that we share. It's a remembrance when we exchange presents during Christmas time. But just as precious, or even more so, is the gift of our presence, the gift of our time and attention that we can give to each other during this holy season, during this Christmas time. And so I ask you, what is it that wise one within you is being called to share this season? When you're quiet and listen, what is being called to be present, flowing through you and as you, that Christ light? So we affirm, I am generous now and always. I am generous now and always. And so in the spirit of the Magi, of the wise men, we are going to, at this time, pause before we get into our meditation and our candle lighting to share of our own offering, our financial gifts and our tithes. And so I invite you, as the ushers are coming forward, if you are here in the room, of course we welcome checks and cash. If you give electronically, you can text to give 206-350-8448. And you'll notice in the back of the chairs, there are donation cards. And so if you do give electronically, we invite you to take one of those cards and hold that as a symbol and a representation of your financial gift. And any amount is appreciated, and we are so grateful for the ways that all of our community supports this ministry. And if you're joining us online, you can give via text or through the website, or again, we do still accept coins and paper. And so I invite you to join with me in blessing our offering. I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude.
All right, take a look outside. You can go walk through the park. This is like a little homage to that. Yeah, so we'll just say it now. Here we go. Walking in the light, beautiful light, ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Walking in the light, beautiful light, ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Join us, please. Here we go. Walking in the light, beautiful light, ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Walking in the light, beautiful light, ain't it wonderful say. I got something to say. The Lord been very good to me. Send me on my way. Give me food and shelter. I thank the Spirit for its grace. It's been like a friend. It flows through me each and every day. That's why I'm walking, talking in the light.
You just made up that whole verse. You just made it up.
Everybody now walking in the light. Beautiful light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Walking in the light. Beautiful light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines?
Ain't it wonderful? Ain't it wonderful?
Ain't it wonderful how the light shines?
We light the third candle that is for the shepherds and the angels who touch the great silence. Our affirmation, be still and know that I am God. Together, be still and know that I am God. And so we are lighting this candle for the angels and the shepherds. And in Luke, we hear in that region, there were shepherds living in the fields, keeping their watch over their flock by night. And then an angel of the Lord stood before them. And the glory of the Lord shone around them. And they were terrified. But the angel said to them, do not be afraid. For see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all people. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace among those whom he favors. When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place, which the Lord has made known to us. And so I ask you, those angels and shepherds within you, where do you find that place to connect into the divine ideas? As Karen was sharing, angels are representative of the messengers, representative of those divine ideas that flow to us, divine inspiration. And so where are those moments that we step aside into the quiet? It's one of our spiritual practices to take time away to be in the silence, in the quiet, so that we can hear those divine ideas flowing to us and wanting to express through us. But it's important to remember that the divine ideas and the creativity are on their own time, as frustrating as that might be. And I know those that have a creative process are very aware of that, yes. It may be later, walking or cooking or being out in nature, that those divine ideas finally occur. But there's still importance in setting a time to be still, to be in the silence, because that creates this container, this intention to be receptive. It's saying to the universe, I am here, I'm listening. Even if you don't tell me right now what it is mine to do, it opens up a door. It opens up that invitation to receive the messages. And so I invite us to take time, and in the midst of all the busyness, and the celebrations to be still and know. To create that sacred space, as Karen said, we're doing tonight, but then to carry it with you into the darkness as the days are starting to get longer, to plant that seed of intention, to listen deeply for the divine ideas and the divine inspiration that is wanting to express through you. And so again, we affirm and we embody this knowingness. Be still and know that I am God.
This hymn was written about 413 AD.
Coordenatus ex parentis, ante mundi exordium, alpha et omega vocatus, ipse fons et clausula, omniumque sunt fuerunt, queque post futura sunt, seculorum seculis. Corporis formam caduci, membra morti obnoxia, induit negens perire, primo plasti extermine, miserat quem lex profundo, noxialis tartaro, seculorum seculis. O beatus ortus ille, Virgo cum puer pera, edidit nostram salutem, Feta Sancto Spiritu, et puer Redemptor orbis, o sacratum protulit, seculorum seculis.
Enter into this time of meditation, giving ourselves the gift of being still. And so I invite you to get comfortable, feeling the support of the chair, the seat where you are. And just tuning in to your breath. Imagine yourself like the shepherds on that starry night, in the dark, in the quiet. Open and expectant. Without attaching to any outcome. Just being open in the stillness. And if your mind wanders, just gently bringing it back to your breath for the next few minutes.
for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel. A child prays for peace on earth. She's calling from a sea of hurt. Oh come, Emmanuel. Can you hear the angels sing out? Glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. Jesus is here. Drought breaks with the tears of a mother. A baby cries, the sound of love. Come down, Emmanuel. This is a song for the suffering. This is the hope, the light of peace has come. Love has come, Emmanuel. Glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. Here, glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. For all who wait, for all who hunger, for all who pray, for all who wonder. Behold His light, behold His presence, Emmanuel, Glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. Behold His light, behold His presence, Emmanuel. The world waits for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel.
And so we light the fourth candle for the birth of the Christ, for the birth of Jesus, and for the birth of Christ in all beings. I am a channel of peace and offer love and compassion to all beings. Together. I am a channel of peace and offer love and compassion to all beings. And so the Christ is born in us through kindness, through compassion, through listening, and through understanding. Mother Teresa said, not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. I thought our daily word was particularly meaningful today. So I want to read that to you now. On the first Noel, Mary and Joseph demonstrated their willingness to journey forth in faithful love. Under difficult circumstances, two good parents brought forth and nurtured a great light into the darkness of a struggling world. On Christmas Eve, we affirm the original blessings of all people, the indwelling Christ. Our Advent journey has guided us, and we have grown in faith. We have wrapped ourselves in peace, deepened in love, and delighted in joy. We have prepared for a wondrous arrival throughout this Advent season. And now the moment is here, right now. The Christ is about to be born anew. So as the darkness vanishes before the flickering light of a candle, the birth of the Christ drives out the darkness of the world. Luke 1:48, surely from now on all generations will call me blessed. So this is our opportunity to bring that light consciously and ritualistically into ourselves and into the world. But with kindness and compassion, I think the Buddhists have the best prayer. May I be free from danger. Would you affirm that with me? May I be free from danger. May I be happy. May I be healed. And may I have ease of well-being. And right now I invite you to think of somebody or some place that needs this prayer right now. And this time we'll use the pronoun you. May you be free from danger. May you be free from danger. May you be happy. May you be happy. May you be healed. May you be healed. May you have ease of well-being. May you have ease of well-being. And now all beings. May all beings be free from danger. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healed. May all beings be healed. And may all beings have ease of well-being. May all beings have ease of well-being. And so we do affirm this in the name and through the power of the living Christ. And so now it's time for each of us to light our own candles. We're going to light it off the person next to us. Jesus said, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. So neither do people light a lamp and then put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and it gives light to the whole house. So in the same way, let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So I'm going to invite Diane and Louis to come up here. And so we're going to light, as I said, the candle of the person next to you. Is there anybody that did not get a candle? If so, it's kind of dark, so I probably need you to stand up so that the usher can find you to bring you a candle, because we want everyone to have one. Anyone not? So we've got somebody over here. Somebody over here. Thank you, Dirk. And thank you, Alexander, for being our candle lighter today.
Alexander can.
So I'd like for us to do this mindfully and not in a hurry. We have plenty of time. Well, I know Santa's coming tonight, so we don't have all that time. But so the affirmation is, I welcome the Christ within. Say that with me. I welcome the Christ within. And so as you light the candle of the person next to you, I would like you to say, I welcome the Christ within. And then we'll just move it on down the line. So let's all stand as we do that. Yes. So Diane, I welcome the Christ within. And Louis, I welcome the Christ within.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit that brings the flame, ignites the candle, and makes its home. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world.
Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way.
See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing. Let's raise our candles and light up the sky. Pray to the Spirit that lives inside us. Make us a beacon in the darkest night. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. And right here from where we are, we'll begin singing Silent Night together. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright.
And so before we close for the evening, once again, let us raise our candles high and see how the room fills with light. And then, without burning anything, just lower it a little bit and see how the room gets a little dark. And so we are each called to hold this light high. And so as we prepare to blow out the candle, we recognize that we can never extinguish that candle that is within us. Before we do that, just turn and look at the window and see the lights of the trees. They're so beautiful. So once again, bringing our candles. And when you're ready, I invite you to blow out your candle. And so may divine love shine through you. May your heart be open, and may you have peace. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And we have church tomorrow morning, just saying.
Merry Christmas.
Dirk, you could turn the lights on.